Hello, welcome back to another episode of From Prison to the Streets. I'm Eric, I did 11 years in prison, and I talk about prison stuff. In today's episode, we're talking about prison stuff. Quite literally. So, yeah, I don't know if you can see this stuff, but yeah, that's what we're talking about. So, like and subscribe if you want to, and here we go. Alright, so I commented on a prison tech video a long time ago, and a lot of people came over to my channel from there because I talked about some of the tech that I had while I was in prison in my comment. And I said I was going to make a video, and I never did. I just kind of was procrastinating, I guess. But I'm going to show you some stuff. So I just showed you this. This is a Cleartunes flat screen TV. This is this is a 15-inch. It's clear, as you can see. So the reason why it's clear like that is so the officers can see into the TV and make sure you're not hiding contraband, right? What's interesting about this one, right here and right here, you would normally have the speakers, but they've been removed because that's what they do in prison. A lot of times they'll remove the speakers so, you know, it's not noisy and you don't end up with fights over people playing their TV too loud. But your buttons are across the top. You have your plugs back here. Your earphone jack is right here. Your cable inputs here, which they call it an antenna input, but in prison, you know, you usually don't have HDMI plugs. It's just like a cable plug like you would have in a hotel or something. And you have your AV input and your HDMI. I don't know what I did with the remote to this. I had a remote. Anyway, this is 15 inches. It's an LED TV. When did I get this? Is there a date on it? No, there's not. Nope. Oh, and here's something cool. So my name and number is right here. So whenever you get property, they put your name and number on it. What's crazy is this TV, when I bought it in prison, I bought this in probably 2015, somewhere around there. And when I bought this thing, it was over $200 for that TV. So you're thinking about a 15-inch TV, you're spending over $200 on. And it's not a smart TV or anything like that. It's just a TV. So, but there's that. This is my Swintech 2410 typewriter that I bought in prison. This is what I did most of my schoolwork on. It's a pretty cool little typewriter. It's got a lot of cool functions and stuff. So you just, you know, you flip the thing up, take your keyboard cover off there, and, you know, you go to town. Now, what's cool about this is you have a code key right here. And that code key allows you to do a lot of things with this typewriter. So you don't have a digital readout or anything like that that you had on a lot of typewriters back in the day. So to set your margins, you have a left margin, right margin, so you can set your margins. You can do auto indents that you can set using the code key. You can hyphenate stuff using the code key. And also using the code key, you can go with a bold text, you hit code 0 to underline, you hit code 8, and so on. You can also change your spacing. So if I wanted double spacing, I would go to code 4, or 1.5 spacing, I would go code 3. To turn on auto return, I could go to code return, and that would turn on the auto return. So there's a lot of cool functions. Those are just a few of them. And of course you have a secondary keyboard, so you have different characters up here, like, you know, you have a degree symbol or a subsection symbol and stuff like that. And you would go to keyboard 2, you would go to code keyboard 2, and then hit whatever symbol that you wanted to, and that's how you would use that. But like I said, this was about $300 in prison, and I guess used, these things are going for like $150. which is kind of crazy. You know, you could buy a laptop for less than $100. But it takes correction tape and ribbon, so your ribbon just goes in there, and you know, you have your character wheel, and this has interchangeable character wheels, so you can buy different character wheels for different languages and stuff like that. That is pretty cool. And you know, the whole thing is clear, obviously, you know, so you can't hide contraband. You can kind of see all the components in here and stuff. So pretty neat. And your power cord rolls up and it goes in here. But yeah, so very expensive in prison. You know, you're talking about something that's over $300. And I was the only person I knew who had one of these in my unit. Well, really, in El Dorado, I didn't know anybody else who had one of these. So kind of a piece of tech that you don't see that often. And this still has the tamper stickers. The prison will put stickers on it to make sure you haven't taken it apart to hide anything in here, or take the motor out to use it for a tattoo gun or something. But yeah, that's the Swintech 2410 typewriter. So that's the typewriter and electronics that I have. I have some more electronics somewhere. I just don't know where I put them. Like, I have an MP3 player and stuff like that. If I find them, I will show them to you guys. But I do have some other prison stuff I'd like to show you. So first up, my prison sweatshirt. Now, I have to warn you, some of this stuff is really dingy because I've had this stuff since 2008, and the laundry in prison is not very good. You know, they wash hundreds of people's clothes at the same time, and it just comes out really dingy. But here is my prison sweatshirt. See, it's got my name and number on the back, and it's just like a Jersey's sweatshirt. And it's got my name and laundry number and my inmate number, you know, tagged in the shirt, so it can always come back to me in prison anyway. So yeah, that's the prison sweatshirt. And these would be my prison sweats. Once again, very dingy. Matter of fact, my number and my name is almost faded out of these completely. But once again, oh, my laundry tag is not in this one. Got ripped out. But yeah, there's these. And I had these modified. I had the elastic taken out of the bottoms of them because I didn't like it. A lot of people in prison sew and crochet and knit and stuff like that. Just, you know, for a hobby. That's their hustle, you know, so that's what they do. But those are my prison sweats. And these are the dingiest of all. These are my prison shorts. Out of all my sweats, I wore these most often. They're all tore up, you know, and worn out. Like I said, I've had these since 2008. This is where my name and number used to be. I guess my number's still kind of there. Right there. And my laundry tag is still here. Actually, two of my laundry tags are. This one was from Ellsworth, and this one, I want to say, was from Winfield. And here, this is the shirts that were our uniform, basically, in Lansing. Now, this is what they release you from prison, and you can get a white button down to wear over it, because these shirts are so dingy by the time you get out. So they'll give you a button down to wear over them. But that's the standard uniform in prison. It's just like a little t-shirt. Now, El Dorado actually had blue button downs in prison, and that's what we wore all the time. But Lansing and the other facilities actually had just, you know, t-shirts, pocket tees, and when you get out, they mark out your name and number with a Sharpie. But yeah. It's even got my cell number on it. And it's got my name up here and my number. You can't really see it too well through the Sharpie, but it's there. But yeah, there's that. Now these are the boots they issue you in prison. These aren't my boots. These are my brother Kevin's boots. I couldn't wear these. He has tiny feet compared to me. So, but he said I could use these to show you guys. So the leather on these, you can't really tell from the camera, but it's fake leather. And it's very, very thin. And there's almost no padding in here. And these were like brand new. You can tell by how much tread they have on the bottom of them. And that's just, it's not even rubber. That's just cheap, like foam on the bottom. And these are made by inmates a lot of times. They're made in Hutchinson. So, and yeah, these are just horrible boots. This is what you wear to work and stuff, you know, if you're going to be on a maintenance crew, you don't want to wear your nice tennis shoes that you bought off Canteen, so you're gonna wear your state boots. I'm telling you, walking around in these all day, it sucks. Especially doing electrical, climbing ladders and stuff like that. That's no fun. But yeah, there's that. Anywho, that's all for today as far as the prison stuff goes. I just thought you guys might like to look at some of that. So I'm Eric. This has been another episode of From Prison to the Streets. Thank you for watching. I will see you all later.
Bright day change.